It's time to get spoopy, boys and ghouls.
Lyrics about murder and rape, fans with gory costumes. Tonight, we take you inside Horrorcore.
I like to think of myself as a noted Halloween enthusiast. This clever bit of foreshadowing was one of the first This Exists episodes. Sure, you have the Vincent Price Thriller monologue, and Boris Karloff did once cover Monster Mash, but that is nothing compared to the fact that Robert Englund has rapped as Freddy Krueger. And also, the original Jason Voorhees plays in a Jason-themed horror punk band called First Jason. And last year, we celebrated with melt movies. In case it hasn't been made clear by now, a melt movie is a horror film in which the primary horror stems from a person literally melting. Some of you already helped me ring in this special time of year when we live streamed a marathon of all 10 Friday the 13th movies, and in the process raised a few $100 to send some kids to camp. While we literally just sat around for 17 hours doing this, and a maniac cut up some sex-having, pot-smoking teens.
Do you guys, what's your feeling about chin-ups? Do you think you can do them?
I can do them.
Okay, I'm gonna pee, we'll get a snack, get a drink. Dan's gonna do chin-ups, and we're gonna watch this fucking movie.
Yeah. Here we go.
So what is on the agenda this year? I think it's time we looked at Horrorcore, don't you?
Friday the 13th in San Francisco, the insane clown posse is in town.
Juggalos a family, man.
These horrorcore fans, who call themselves juggalos, are lined up by the hundreds in colorful, creepy, sometimes bloody costumes.
You all know Insane Clown Posse, though. They have 2 platinum and 5 gold albums. They have a festival called The Gathering of the Juggalos that you secretly think about attending every year. SNL parodies them on the regular. So let's consider this episode a bit of a history lesson. If we all know ICP and the Dark Carnival and the Great Milenko, what came before all of this weirdness?
Transylvania's where he made home until one day he decided to roam, and then
Jimmy Spicer's Adventures of Super Rhyme is sometimes sort of considered the first horrorcore single. Released in 1980, it depicts a friendly tussle with Dracula and is a far cry from what the genre would eventually become. A little closer is the Ghetto Boys' Assassins. Released in 1988, it's cited by ICP's own Violent J as the first real horrorcore song.
now I knew the girl was ready. She started getting sweaty, but all was in my head was kill that bitch like Freddy. I dug between the chair and whipped out the machete. She screamed, I sliced her up until her guts were like spaghetti.
There were some less brutal dribs and drabs along the way, but this is where the relationship between brutal horror movie violence and hip-hop was really cemented. And it led to the rise of the goofily shocking acid rap of Esham.
Your life is full of horror. Some are born today and some are die tomorrow.
Which was balanced by the relative poise and subtlety of the Prince Paul and RZA-led Gravediggers.
Look deep in my eyes, you see visions of death. Possessed by homicide is what I am obsessed. Giving niggas brain dimples. Dragging their asses on my hook by their temples.
It's around this point, the early 90s, that I would argue that horrorcore reaches a fork in the road. People like Bone Thugs and Big L took the occult elements of early horrorcore and baked it into their otherwise honest and earnest songs. And then you had dudes like Necro who were just like this, all of this, and only this.
Leave you beneath the sand, you're sinking quickly. I'm thinking, I'm sickly. I need medication, the cadavers are getting stinky.
Necro, along with Tech Nine, is who I think of when I think about horrorcore. Both have maintained devout underground followings while never really cracking the mainstream like ICP. In addition to Esham and Gravediggers, Necro in particular draws influences from death metal, which is where the sub-genre of brutal horrorcore really emerges.
I'll break your bottom ribs so you can suck your own dick. Now on your foreskin onto my clit. Put your dick up your own ass and he ain't a strip.
That is honestly the least offensive 8 seconds of that song. Rappers like MC Bushpig and MC Mangina, along with MC Cumblood, are pioneers of the extremely extreme metal-influenced brutal horrorcore subgenre. And what I find personally interesting about songs like Eat My Rotten Meat is that MC Mangina is a woman rapping about hacking up a man's body. And typically horrorcore just mimics the lazy misogyny of so much mainstream horror cinema. They're just equal opportunity rotten meat eaters, and they make ICP look like a bunch of harmless babies. But is horrorcore truly harmless?
And so the question is, do these lyrics give kids ideas they might not have had before?
I'm just kidding. That's absolute garbage idiocy. But before we go, I'd like to share with you a special moment from one of the only times that artists from ICP's Psychopathic Records made it over the border and into Canada. What's up, ninjas? I'm Sam Sutherland for Ox TV, and yes, I am wearing clown makeup, because over the next few minutes, I'm going to be interviewing So Sick Social Club, Blaze Ya Dead Homie, and Boondocks. Let it never be said that I am not down with the clown. My name's Sam, and so we gave me a new personality, which is, we started with Summer of Sam, kind of spitball from there, so now I'm Burko Spitz, like Sam Berkowitz, but with spitting, you know, for rapping. What do you think? Do you like these artists, or do you hate these artists? Did I not mention your favorite? Hey guys, I'm very sorry to be interrupting myself. I'm sure I was saying something truly fascinating, but I have a very special Halloween message, which is that This Exists is ridiculously close to having 200,000 subscribers, which is a number that sounds ludicrous coming out of my mouth, but is somehow true. And about a year ago, we were ludicrously close to having 100,000 subscribers, and I kind of threw in this pitch that just said, it seems like it's going to happen, but it would be amazing if you guys, the ones that support the show and watch to the end of the videos and comment and are really the lifeblood of what makes it great, could take a second and share your favorite episode and encourage the people in your community to check out the show. If there's an episode that you love where you're like, yo, you got to check out the Jihadist rap episode because I learned a lot about jihad and hip-hop. Please do that, and let's, climb this awesome mountain together. Thank you so much for your support of the show. I cannot believe that we're that close. And please tell me that if and when we get to 200,000 subscribers, what special episode I should write to celebrate. So thank you, and, go raps. Maybe you think I'm being glib and glossing over the potential negative effects of horrorcore. Let me know what you think in the comments, and be sure to subscribe for new episodes of This Exists every week. Happy Halloween, and be excellent to each other.